I was getting ready for bed, y'all, and I forgot. This is part two for Bad Baby slash Gabrielle Union standing up and getting fired for calling out racism. And I forgot the part two, and I'm gonna start this video off because the part that I left off, which was the most important part, I was looking at the video and I forgot the cultural assimilation. Cultural assimilation is the process in which a minority group or culture comes to resemble a dominant group or assume the values, behaviors, or beliefs of another group. So in this case, in which I needed to refer to in the previous video, um, is this little bitch not having the understanding that in modern times, um, in modern times, our mothers and grandmothers had to wear their hair straight just to work, and they were just maids. They didn't work in no office or nothing like I do, or like my cousin works in the medical field and things like that. Like my family members have really great jobs and own businesses, and they had to assimilate to make these white people feel comfortable. I'm going forward with the definition. A conceptualization describes cultural assimilation as similar to acculturation, while another merely considers the former as one of the latter's phases. Assimilation could also involve the so-called additive acculturation, wherein instead of replacing an ancestral culture, an individual expands their existing cultural repertoire. And what that means is basically you a old bitch, and I don't give a fuck about your struggles and what your mama and your grandma and your great grandma went through. I'm gonna wear these braids with my white ass without having any cultural appreciation for the culture that I am choosing to or attempting to assimilate with. That's what that means. And shout out to Gabrielle Union, because I heard from my news resources, which will be the Philip Scott Show, and also as well as Bing News. Um, they told this black woman that her hair is too black. Which before I was getting ready for bed, but I decided to make it cute for the video. But I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, was so perfect. I had to jump back on because that was the point of the previous video. See, what this little bitch doesn't understand, I have an aunt who, when I was a little child, was a teacher. When I was a teenager, was a principal. When I was in my almost adult years, about to graduate high school, became a part of the school board and retired on the board. Okay, when I became an adult. And I recall many a times that she, in the summertime, would wear braids and her afro and all her black stuff, because she's the black auntie that taught us about loving our black selves and our braids and Kwanzaa, and we wouldn't celebrate Christmas, we'll do Kwanzaa and all that. She was that auntie. That's the auntie that I am now. And she would teach us about our black selves, you know what I mean? And it's so disheartening as a grown woman now, living in this time where I could wear my fro anywhere and this and that I could do and go anywhere, and I wish a motherfucker would, or lawsuit. Okay. And she had to hide away her fro, you know what I'm saying, to work. Okay, they couldn't work. They couldn't get no money because they had to assimilate and conform to white society. You stupid little country bitch. That it's a bigger issue than you just wanting to be like the little hood black girls around the way. Like, I don't understand these white people who are wiggers and want to so much be like black women, but get offended when reality is checking the fuck out of them. At least if you had some cultural appreciation, you would at least acknowledge that. Like, that's all, motherfuckers is asking for. Can you just acknowledge the struggle while you trying to copy everything? Fuck our niggas, listen to the music, dress like us, act like us, look like us, damn near killing yourself to look like us, have ass like us, killing yourself to have titties like us, killing yourself to have lips like us. You know, uh, you know, uh, um, speaking outside of your natural dialect to talk like us. Like, come on. Like, what the fuck is that? And here it is. While you thinking you cute with your little raggedy ass box braids falling out on the side. Okay, here's this grown black woman who went through all these struggles in Hollywood as a black actress. One of the few that we got to see consistently in movies as me being a young black girl, becoming a young woman into a grown woman. We had like, I could count them all. Okay, Angela Bassett, Gabrielle Union, and the other ones, some of them is crackheads now, and here you come with your little stuff, and she gets fired for pointing out because her hair was too black. Catch you outside, catch me outside. You know, a black woman got fired because her hair was too black, and she said something about it. Oh, and then there was a contestant that painted their hands black trying to emulate Beyonce. How disrespectful. Like, if you're any sort of Beyonce stan, beehive, or whatever the fuck. Okay, and what I noticed in this beehive is these white bees get mad when the black girls is big up it because they forget she's really a black woman. That's how ill she is. You forget she's a black woman, and when she get on her black shit, you bitches get mad because I done had many a debate with these white bees in the beehive challenging me because, oh, look at her, she on her black shit. Oh, it's not black, it's woman stuff. No, it ain't just woman stuff. We didn't have those problems that you got. You infiltrated our shit and fucked our shit up. It's bigger than that, Danielle, Burgoli, Poskowski. It's bigger than that. It's not about you wanting to be like us, pretending to act like us. Like our mothers, our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, our great great grandmothers, okay, had to go through some shit in this country that we're living in. And we still go through shit. You should look at all the eyes that I see at work when I got my braids, and I don't give a fuck because I wish a bitch would. Because I will be paid in the shade, okay? But you got to think, like, you know what I'm saying? And then for you to say, you bald-headed hoes. You bald-headed hoes. Bald, bitch, what? Bitch, my hair hella long. What are you talking about? Okay? Like, my hair ain't hella long no more, but I had hair hella long before I bleached that shit. We keeps it real around here, real talk. Had to cut my shit off, but I went to school for hair, boo. Been doing hair my whole life. This week, your girl did, okay? So, like, I'm saying, like, we been having straight hair and all the styles. Y'all bitches is copying us. And what's so fucked up is when I go to work and I walk down the street and I go into places as a black woman with my braids and my afro that grows naturally out my head, how God created me, and I get looks and mean mugs and almost lose my job for wearing what the fuck grows out my head. But when you bitches wear it, it's cool. It's chic. It's what's in. Oh, look at the new whatever the fuck they cornrows. Bitch, I got a whole set of cornrows under this weave. What are you talking about? You bitches want to be us so motherfucking bad. You don't even do it right. What did Malcolm X said? The most disrespectful person in America is the black woman. And that is fucking facts. You got Chester molesters wanting to be fucking on you. Where your mama at, by the way? And you talking about, oh, your man wanted, that nigga's a Chester. She need to quit him. Your man wanted, that's a Chester, boo. You're 16. Like, what are you proud about? A Chester like you? That's not cute. We don't do that. Like, bitch, the fuck? Meanwhile, this whole grown woman lose her job for calling out what's right. Or what's wrong. Being right for calling out what's wrong. You can never relate. And I would love to snatch one of them braids out your head. Talking about I could get real disrespectful. So can I. With a bigger vocabulary. Words you ain't never heard of because you don't go to school. You don't go to school. You don't read. You don't study. You don't read. And you want to assimilate with us, bitch. We'll never have you. I will take Bobby Caldwell over you, bitch. I will take Joss Stone over you, bitch. We don't want you. We don't want you. You're not welcome to the barbecue. You're over there with Stacey Dash and all those fraudulent bitches. That's where you are. We don't fuck with you. We don't want you. The real black women, the real black girls that you trying to be like, we don't approve. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. And all them niggas that's in your DM that are grown men are Chesters and they belong in jail. So that's nothing to be proud of. We're not like, ooh, jealous because a Chester wants a 16-year-old. They've been following you since you was viral when you was 14 and a half going on 15. I'm supposed to be jealous because a Chester wants you, bitch? No, I like grown men who likes grown women with jobs and money and does for themselves. I don't like Chester molesters. So have at it, boo. Find where your mama at so you can have some guidance or you a mentor. Look at one of the positive black women in the community. Why don't you do that? And then holla at us a little bit later. But I wanted to jump on that real quick. That's all I got to say. Part 2, cultural assimilation. Something you can never relate to because your mother's literally right. And she never had that problem. She wasted her whiteness. So with that, check me out on the next video, y'all. Peace.